Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome back to Joeboy Racing. Today, I'm going to be reviewing all of my selections that I put up over the weekend from Newbury and the Curragh. We had some good results. Some other little things I want to mention as well. A small little gripe. I'm not going to have a moan up though because obviously we've had some good results. So let's get stuck into it. First of all, I want to give a massive thank you to everyone that's got involved with the channel. I'm up to, I think, 64 subscribers now. I know, compared to some people, it's a drop in the ocean, but I only started the channel a month ago or so, maximum a month, maybe a couple of days more. And I'm so pleased that so many people have got involved and hit the subscribe button. On my preview video where I put up my selections, I got loads of comments as well. Really chuffed with that. That's the whole idea of the channel, is to build up a proper community where we can share fancies, pick up issues with the races, etc., that we want to make grievances about, and just let as many people get involved as possible. So big thank you for that. Before we get into reviewing the selections, the small little moan up that I wanted to have was just about the way that the cards have been stacked. Looking at this week, obviously you had the Irish Oaks on, which is a big card, but in terms of English racing, it was decent racing at Newbury. Don't get me wrong, but you look at last weekend, you had the July Cup, the John Smith's Cup, as well as some nice races at Ascot as well. And I just feel like the schedule needs to be reviewed a little bit, so we can spread out the racing. Obviously, you've got the Eclipse really close to uh, Royal Ascot as well, which might negate some runners that could possibly run and have an even stronger field with even better horses in. I'm not saying it was a poor field in the Eclipse. It was a great field, but just a larger field. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit more competitive. That's all I wanted to say, guys. Let me know down in the comments if you agree with that, if you think the schedule is spot on and I'm just being a little bit over the top about it. But I just feel like that maybe needs to be looked at and could be divvied up a little bit better, so that we get great racing every weekend. Stacked weekend every weekend, which I think is more than possible. So on to reviewing the selections, guys. In the first race that I put up a selection for at Newbury, the Hackwood Stakes, 257, was a Group 3 over 6 furlongs. Ragey Bambi's won this, and she's won it nicely as well. I mean, Eve Johnson Horton is just absolutely flying. Really, really impressed with that mare. Unfortunately, the selection Cardam that I put up, on reflection, the 300 odd day break maybe was a little bit too much. I love the horse, so I backed it each way myself, so that's why I put it up as a selection for you guys. Obviously, I said I'm just having a small each way stake. I'm not getting stuck in because I love the horse. Finished midfield. It was not disgraced at all, considering he is 9 and has had 300 days off. So it wasn't. I'm not gutted with him or anything, but yeah, we didn't get off to a winning start at Newbury. Moving on to the second race that I tipped up at Newbury, which was the Super Sprint Stakes. I tipped up Anthelia. I also mentioned that I was going to be having a small each way bet on Karma Chameleon. What a race this was. I was absolutely screaming at the telly for Anthelia to get up. What a filly. So brave. Found so much to catch up with Havana Hurricane and just get the head in, the nose in front on the line. Was super pleased for Rob Millman as well. I do like Havana Hurricane, but at the price, I couldn't get stuck into him. Anthelia absolutely bolted up over that last sort of half a furlong. Was so brave, found loads. Just a great result. I couldn't believe it in the morning as well when I had a look at putting a bet on. She drifted out. I tipped it up when she was 5-1. It drifted out to sort of 7-1 or something like that. And I actually jumped on Bet 365. We're doing a bet boost as well. The increased odds, and I got 8-1 on her. So really good result for me there. Chuffed to bits that it worked out sort of how I thought. The drop back in 5 furlong suiting. She was able to show that turn of foot again, and yeah, couldn't be more happy with the way she's run. Karma Chameleon finished back in 8th. He was slightly hampered in running, but really not a big enough excuse. He's ended up going up 9-1. Obviously, I advised him at 20-1. I had a small each way stake at 20-1. If it was 9-1, at the time of looking at the prices, then I wouldn't have advised that each small each way cover bet. Not disgraced itself, but yeah, unfortunately couldn't get into the placing to earn us a little bit of extra money there. Right, moving on to our tips at the Curragh. We put up the Gain Railway Stakes, the Group 2. I thought it was worth taking on True Love, stepping back up to 6 furlongs, and I couldn't have been more wrong. She's absolutely bolted up. She's won by 5 lengths. Power Blue didn't even come second. Was a little bit disappointing. I thought with the back form, obviously I gave it a little mention in one of my Ascot preview videos. I thought with the back form of it, it might have a chance over, its preferred trip of 6 furlongs. But True Love was just a far superior animal. Really good performance from True Love. Definitely one to keep an eye on going forward. And then in the second race of the day that I tipped up at the Curragh, another Group 2 sprint over 5 furlongs. I put up Arizona Blaze at 7-2. It was really disappointing that I didn't back him when he was 7-2. I thought that he was going to drift out a little bit. Maybe you could get 4-1, 5-1 about him. Luckily, as soon as he did go shorten down to 3-1, I jumped on because I thought, oh, this is going the other way for this horse. He's ended up going off joint favourite with Rumstar at 9-4. So hopefully you guys jumped on, when it was advised at 7-2. And yeah, really impressed with Arizona Blaze. What a brave little colt. Just pulled away nicely. He's ended up beating Magira, who's a good horse, by 2 lengths. Couldn't be happier. We ended up with 2 winners on the Saturday, one at Newbury with Anthelia, one with Arizona Blaze at the Curragh, which put us nicely in profit for the day. Moving on to the 2 selections that I put up on the Sunday. I backed One Look as soon as William Hills come out with the odds, or as soon as I saw that William Hills was offering odds about it. Managed to get on at 5-1. It's ended up going 10-3, which I still think is a good value price. It was a Group 3, stepped up in trip to 1 mile 2 furlongs. There was that little bit of juice in the ground, like I said, and Wayne Lorden just delivered it perfectly, pulled out of the pack. I thought it might get boxed in at a point, but pulled it out exactly when it needed to be, and just got the job done by a length in the end. I really like the filly. She's just done enough to win. Won it well enough, and yeah, one to keep an eye on in the tracker. I think there's potential for improvement there, 100%. Obviously, like the trip, and yeah, one to keep an eye on. Moving on to the last race of the weekend that I tipped up, the 340 at the Curragh. Group 2, I was dead keen on room service here. When I was watching One Look win and I saw the rain coming down, I thought, this is great. This is exactly what room service wants. There was a bit of juice in the description. I was thinking that we might have 100% win rate on the Sunday, and I couldn't have been any more wrong. I was super disappointed with the way it ran. Obviously, it was in a wide draw, but still not a big enough excuse. You can't make an excuse for that. It's ended up finishing 8th. It's run on quite well at the end to finish 8th, but it was never in contention. Really disappointed because the last 2 runs it had in England, it looked really promising. I thought the soft ground would bring out that extra improvement in her and give Diego Velasquez a really, really competitive race, and it's not the case. Absolutely gutted about that one. Really thought it was going to have a good chance, and yeah, but you can't pick all the winners, can you? That's the way the game goes. So yeah, all in all, guys, over the 6 races that I tipped up, we managed to get 3 winners, 50% win rate. I'm absolutely over the moon with that. I'm over the moon with the amount of people that have been getting involved with the comments as well. The subscriptions are going up, the likes are going up, the views are going up. I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you for getting involved. I know from the comments, some people from the preview, that some people were on some of my selections. Let me know in the review video if you were on any of my selections, if you got any winners, what other horses that you backed that maybe I didn't tip up that you got correct and got winners for. Let me know as well the small mention I gave to the scheduling issue at the start of the video, what your thoughts are on that. Maybe I'm overreacting a little bit, but I just feel like that could be managed a little bit better. And yeah, big thank you guys. I hope you were on the selections, at least the winning selections, and that you can enjoy the profit this weekend and have a nice drink. I will be doing a video midweek for some of my anti-post tips, or basically bets that I'm going to be putting on myself anti-post for Ascot at the weekend, for Goodwood coming up. So if that's something you're interested in, keep an eye out in the week. I'm not sure exactly what day I'm going to be making a video, but I'll be sharing my anti-post selections for those meetings coming up. Big meetings. I'm very excited for them. A couple of my favourite horses are running, and hopefully we can have as much success across those festivals as we did this weekend.